A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant step towards child safety in the digital age, Malaysia has announced plans to follow Australia's groundbreaking legislation aimed at banning children under the age of 16 from using certain social media platforms. This decision has drawn attention from around the globe as it joins a growing list of countries scrutinizing the effectiveness of Australia's reforms, which are set to take effect next month. Communications Minister Fahmi Fadzil emphasized the importance of this initiative during a recent press conference, highlighting the need to protect children from the potential dangers of social media. The Australian government's policy, which is the first of its kind in the world, mandates that social media companies take reasonable steps to prevent users under 16 from creating accounts, with existing accounts needing to be deactivated or removed by December 10th. The primary motivation behind this ban is to reduce the exposure of children to various risks associated with social media, including harmful content and the pressures that come with excessive screen time. A study commissioned by the Australian government revealed alarming statistics. 96% of children aged 10 to 15 are active on social media, with 70% having encountered harmful content ranging from misogynistic material to videos glorifying violence and promoting eating disorders. Furthermore, 1 in 7 children reported experiencing grooming behaviors from adults or older peers, with over half indicating they had been victims of cyberbullying. The legislation has identified 10 major platforms to be included in the ban, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, while also facing pressure to extend the restrictions to online gaming platforms. In response to the impending legislation, gaming companies like Roblox and Discord have proactively implemented age checks to avoid being included in the ban. The Australian government has committed to continuously reviewing the list of affected platforms, considering criteria that assess whether a platform's primary purpose is to facilitate social interaction among users, whether it allows user interactions, and whether it permits content posting. Notably, platforms like YouTube Kids and WhatsApp have been exempted from the ban due to their specific functionalities. The enforcement of this ban will not penalize children or their parents. Instead, social media companies will bear the responsibility for compliance. Companies that fail to adhere to the regulations could face hefty fines of up to $49.5 million for serious or repeated violations. As part of the enforcement strategy, the government has urged platforms to adopt age assurance technologies, although the specifics remain vague. Potential methods for age verification could include government IDs, biometric recognition, or behavioral analysis, but concerns have been raised regarding the reliability of these technologies, particularly in accurately identifying the very demographic they aim to protect. Critics argue that the financial penalties may not be sufficient deterrents for large corporations, with former Facebook executive Steven Shealer pointing out that it takes Meta less than 2 hours to generate $50 million in revenue. Additionally, there are worries that the ban may not adequately address online harm, as it does not encompass dating sites, gaming platforms, or AI chatbots, which have been linked to harmful interactions with minors. Some experts advocate for a more educational approach, teaching children how to navigate social media responsibly rather than isolating them from it. Communications Minister Annika Wells acknowledged the potential imperfections of the ban, stating that significant reforms often encounter challenges during implementation. Critics have also raised alarms about the extensive data collection required for age verification and the associated risks of data breaches, given Australia's recent history of high-profile data thefts. Despite the pushback from social media companies, which argue that the ban could push children into less regulated parts of the internet, the government maintains that the legislation includes strong protections for personal information. These protections stipulate that data collected for age verification must be used solely for that purpose and destroyed afterward, with severe penalties for violations. As the implementation date approaches, social media giants are grappling with how to comply with the new rules. Meta has announced plans to begin closing accounts of underage users, while Snapchat has proposed various verification methods, including bank accounts and selfies. However, the effectiveness of these measures remains uncertain, and concerns linger about the potential exclusion of legitimate users while failing to prevent underage access. As Australia embarks on this unprecedented journey, Other nations are keenly observing the outcomes. While various countries have attempted to regulate children's social media use through parental consent or curfews, none have enacted an outright ban on such a scale. The UK, for instance, has introduced stringent safety regulations that impose hefty fines on companies failing to protect minors from harmful content, while countries like France and Denmark are exploring similar restrictions. As Malaysia prepares to adopt a comparable approach, the global conversation surrounding children's safety in the digital realm continues to evolve. The success or failure of these legislative measures may set a precedent for other nations grappling with the complexities of technology, youth, and safety in an increasingly digital world. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.